Ditia says, Derek, you and Royce both demonstrate a rare ease with conflict in fighting and negotiating your way through life. How do you temper your aggression and stay cool under pressure? I don't really feel like I'm that aggressive. I think I'm assertive about certain things. There's certain things that I think I'm very assertive about that, I'm going to do certain things no matter what, or I'm going to refuse to do certain things no matter what. I don't feel a whole lot of aggression inside, like, need to do anything too crazy or wild. And regarding negotiation and in the context of my life, regarding negotiating things, it doesn't help your negotiation to be emotional. You should be very calm and, I don't want to say indifferent, because if you're negotiating for something, then you have a particular outcome in mind that would make your life better. But if you've done your work well and you're a good quality person, your backup plan is probably pretty great too. And your third option is also probably pretty great. So if I'm negotiating something, I don't need anything particular to work out. He and I were discussing a negotiation earlier that I don't need to talk about all the details about it, but we asked a particular person who would come spend time and do work on a project together, and he kind of negotiated himself out of the deal, where he's asking for a lot more than anybody thought was reasonable. Than either of us thought was. I'll speak for myself. He's asking for a lot more than it just became a point of unreasonableness. That I'm just like, no, thank you, and best wishes, and I wish you well. No, thank you.
When I win a fight, I won. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Lost a couple times. Good job. Doesn't change. Like we talked earlier too about, you win $1 million. Are you gonna celebrate? I've never seen you do that.
What do you think?
And some days that you show up, you lost $1 million. It doesn't faze you.
What do you think my brokerage account looks like today? Do you think, am I up or am I down, or?
I have no idea. It doesn't show. You're the same. You're the same. It's like, if you're on top, if you're on the bottom, you keep it cool. So the aggression, I'm not aggressive. You see, on negotiation, I know what I want.
This is today, just so you know, today, and there's
plus
three.
It didn't change.
$744,000, 744,000, almost 745, 745,000.
And he's kept that face all day, that beautiful face. Just straight, no celebrate. Okay, I'm gonna celebrate. It's your job.
Yesterday I was down a little over 100,000, 102,000 or something. I think 101, 102. And I wasn't depressed when I was down 100,000, and now I'm up 750, and I'm not, that's great. I'm happy about that. That's nice.
So being aggressive on negotiation, you know what you want. I know what I want. If it's not what I want, thank you very much. I'll wash my hands. We're good. So I'm not gonna be aggressive on trying to negotiate down or up, or don't believe on that.
A big deal in my mind in negotiation is, I think the places in the world that you're going to find the biggest amount of value, they're going to be the negotiations that are very valuable, is not a one-time thing. It's going to be a relationship with another high-quality person. You're not negotiating just this one thing at one time. The most value, that can be fine. There's plenty of negotiations that are a one-time, one negotiation, one deal, transactional relationship. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. But the point that I mean to make is the most valuable negotiations aren't going to be just one time. You're limited in the capacity of what a first deal between you and another person could do. You're not going to do a big deal because you don't know each other or trust each other enough to do that. And there's just not enough value that could be exchanged in a one-time transaction. But if you had a high-quality partner in life, that could be your a long-term girlfriend that's fantastic for, you're a great match for each other. That could be a business partner. That could be, any sort of, ally or relationship where people are going to trade value back and forth and help each other. Those are the most valuable relationships. So I always think about the foundation of those relationships. If somebody lies to me, I just don't talk to them again. I'm not mad even. I was like, I'm not even mad at the person. I just like, well, people do that all the time. Normal people do that all the time. But I don't want to spend my time with normal people. So if somebody lies to me, I'm like, okay. I'm not even mad at them. I'm not mad that they lied to me because humans do it all the time. But I am mad that I'm like, I can't trust that person again. That's unfortunate.
Just cut it.
And then I just never talk to them again. I don't have to insult them. I don't have to say bad things to the public. I was like, well, that's unfortunate, but that's how they valued the relationship that they, in my opinion, mistreated me in that context. So we're not gonna have that relationship anymore. I have to spend my time with somebody else. Even if that was a good option, there's plenty of great options out there. I have plenty of great options. You have plenty of great options. Why are we going to spend time with a good option? It makes no sense. So I think you have to be very careful in negotiating that, I don't need to make the other person get a bad deal for me to get a great deal. I'd like both of us to win. I'd like the other person to be very happy. I'd like to get them to get more than they expected, and they're going to be happy to do something with me again. And when I say, hey, Royce, if I called you and said, hey, Royce, would you come do this thing with me, in Australia or in Asia or in wherever? Probably without many questions, you probably should say, well, let me check my schedule.
If I'm available, let's go.
Without a lot of questions. And I really like that. And I love having that reputation with people. Because people know that I'll treat them fairly. They know that I'm going to be good to them. They know it's going to be a good experience. I'm not going to try to, do something stingy or cheap or, something that would not be good for them too. I'm not going to ask for something. It's going to be good for both people. If you do something with me, it's going to be good for both people. And I think that's, I had a situation a little while ago. I did an event in March, and I woke up a month before the event, and I said, shit, I got to get like 5 more guest speakers to come fly to Las Vegas in the next month. I'm like, all right, who would be interesting? And I texted a bunch of people, and they all respond back. I say, hey, you're interested in coming to do an event with me in Las Vegas at these dates? And everybody's like, yeah, hell yeah, sure. They didn't even ask the details. I just told them Las Vegas and the dates.
You never invite me.
You've been twice.
But not for this one. You didn't invite me.
You were supposed to be there.
See, I'm on the bottom of his list.
Oh, that's why he's sitting. That's why he's sitting next to me right now. He's so low on the list.
That's what I was telling her. I was telling him my feelings were hurt.
You watch this video all the way through, and that tells me you're dedicated to learning more and earning far above average outcomes in your life. Congratulations for that. But now it's time to take action. If you could have earned those results by yourself, you would have done it already. My head coach has opened up a few spots on his high-demand calendar for an in-person, one-on-one strategy session to help you. On this call, we'll give you the pragmatic advice that you can implement tonight to get laser-focused on the right metrics and leave mediocrity far behind in your past. Click that link right now in the description below and apply for your call immediately. Do it now.